I've just come into the Krell suite, and I'm here with
Peter MacKay. I'm the VP of International Sales with Krell, and we're pleased to be here to introduce a new series of amplifiers. We're reintroducing a classic for Krell, which is a pure Class A design.
Oh, good.
And we have an active system playing with, this is the new amplifier look. It's a unique design because all of the amplifiers have the same chassis. And inside, each rail is the same as a pure Class A rail, and we can configure different power outputs with different power supply models to give you 575 watt mono amps, 375 watt monos, stereo 300 watt, stereo 175, or a 7-channel with 200 watts. So this model is the 7200. We call this the Chorus 7200 for home theater application. The unit on top is the Foundation AV processor. This we launched last year, so the new amplifier matches the industrial design.
I like that new design. I think it's a step more into the next century look. I think it has more of a high-tech feel about it, and it's also gets that. I love the blue light. It's giving you kind of a branding that's speaking of power plus delicacy.
Right.
It's really, I like that a lot. Yeah.
Well, we started with the Krell Blue 34 years ago.
That's
and
right. Yeah.
It is mimicked by other companies. They like that blue light, and it's
They do.
very
They
appealing.
do.
So
They do. I still have a pair of Krell monoblocks as my reference amplifiers that are 20 years old and still working well.
Perfect.
Let's see the rest of the room.
Sure. This is the S550. This is an integrated amplifier. It's 275 watts stereo. This has been in the line for about 3 years and still continues. There's a baby brother to this, which is the S300i. It's less power, 150 per channel, but this is very successful for us. The integrated amp concept started in 1997 with the S300i, or the KV300i that first came out, and since that day forward, we've always had great sales success with the integrated amplifiers. So we continue with this single package offering as a solution. This is the new Illusion 2. It's a 2-channel preamplifier. It has a dedicated headphone amplifier built into it.
I like that.
It also has a DAC, and it's included in the package. So any digital device, you can plug it directly into this unit and benefit from the ESS Sabre 32-bit D to A processing. This amplifier is the new Solo 575. So as you can see, this window displays the actual model.
I see.
Now, all of them have been set to on for demo mode, but typically this would black out, so you wouldn't see this register all the time to keep a nice clean look.
Yeah, again, that's a great look. Let's go down and see the active system, okay?
Sure. This is the Connect streaming device, which we launched last year. This also includes the ESS DAC, Sabre DAC D to A. This is a streamer which is connected to a NAS storage device. The preamplifier is the new Illusion. This is a 2-piece combination, the dedicated power supply below with the preamplifier on top. This is a dedicated 2-channel. There's 2 mono boards inside to give you the left and right performance. At this level, including the Solo 575 and 375, we include cast topology, which is a proprietary technology to transfer the signal in the current domain rather than voltage.
Instead of voltage, I understand.
Correct. So that's reserved for our best of the best products.
Okay.
So the amplifier in the system active is the Duo 300. This is a 300 watt pure Class A amplifier, and we're using a new circuitry called iBiasing. And the full name is Intelligent Bias, and where in the past, where we had sustained plateau bias in the older FPV amplifiers, the new iBias looks at the output load in relation to the loudspeaker and allows the bias to track properly depending on the load demands that the loudspeaker is offering to the amplifier. In addition to pure Class A, which generates heat, we've introduced fan cooling. So on the back of the amplifier, you'll see 4 fans, and these help to keep those rails cool internally.
Now, a rail, for those who don't understand, is a mounting mechanism for the transistors. The transistors will be attached to the rail.
That's
The
correct.
rail will dissipate heat through either heat sinks or through fan technology to blow across the top or sides of the rail to keep the transistors in proper operating temperatures.
That is correct. That is correct. One unique thing about this new series of amplifiers is we have an RG45 connection which connects to a modem, and this allows us to have an ongoing diagnostic running
Oh, really?
check of the amplifier rails for thermal temperature, fan speed control. You can actually register your amplifier online with Krell, so if you're having a problem, we can communicate right back to the system and tell you what might be going on.
So could it dial up and tell your technicians if there was a bias issue?
Yes,
How about that?
absolutely.
What will they think of next?
So still preserving the sonic merits of a pure Class A sound, and not to distract that in the audiophile world. In custom integration, it's very important if this amplifier is in a rack or off-site downstairs in the basement, you don't have to get up off your couch. You can dial it up on your iPad and see full operation of the amp.
I love it.
So yeah, it makes it very easy for installers and also the end user. And depending on which model, it will check on the status, the thermal status of each channel. You can look at the fan speed. You can control fan speed from this. If there is a fault, it can report to an email address at Krell, so we can make contact with the customer immediately and say, listen, there's a problem here. You may have a short in your loudspeaker. Maybe one of the rails has an issue. So we can be very proactive in taking good care of our customers with good after-sales service.
That's great.
Which is very important.
Great. Well, that's a great product walkthrough. You're very knowledgeable about the line and the technologies. So hats off to Krell and Peter. Thank you for walking us through, and we'll sit down and do a quick listen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much too.